Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome once more to this splendid Gladstone Library at 1 Whitehall Place, and of course to the Amateur Photographer Awards 2011. These awards have been recognising the best photographic equipment for 35 years, and for 2011 we have 18 categories, 15 of which are for excellence in product design and function, 2 for outstanding people of our time, and a further category for good retail service, whatever that is. This year, to reflect the rapidly increasing importance of the compact system camera, we've introduced 2 new awards, for entry compact system camera and for advanced compact system camera. You will all know that these small-bodied interchangeable lens cameras have proved pretty popular. Despite their being marketed extensively to the compact camera upgrader, in our experience, it is as much the DSLR owner buying them, as they offer a more compact arrangement with the same controls and image quality. With the continuing adoption of the electronic viewfinder, currently only 3 camera brands are committed to the optical variety. The stage is well set for the expansion of new ways of building and designing the bodies and lenses we use to take pictures. But a word of warning, if I may, to the manufacturers of compact system cameras. At the moment, the CSC market is like an idyllic and unspoilt Greek island. The sun shines most of the time, there's plenty of space, and everyone is free to do things their own way, to relax and experiment. But it won't stay that way. When Canon and Nikon decide to enter the market, and I'm certain they both will, it will be like 2 coachloads of Germans turning up at the hotel. They're not going to queue properly or acknowledge that others were there first. Yes, they will put their towels out by the pool before daybreak. And they'll probably try to change the language too. Eventually, they'll buy the opposite end of the island, where they will build their own resort to take their friends. And they'll try to tempt your friends too, with their windsurfing, paragliding, Weissbier Umpar bands, and vigorous demonstrations of naked bat ball on the beach. Those who are comfortably in control will be left wondering what happened. This day will come, and the current inhabitants of this space should prepare themselves, occupy the region, build a strong infrastructure, and do all that can be done to establish a firm grip on the market. The invaders are on their way, and they intend to upset you. The acceptance by serious amateurs of the compact system camera reflects a gap that has existed in the provision of photographic equipment for too long. Price prevents Leica from satisfying the demand for small interchangeable lens bodies on their own. I hope that in the coming months we will see more innovation in design, technology and handling of the type we have seen so far from the entire compact system market, and from products such as Fuji's very promising FinePix X100. These cameras really do move the photo industry forward, though looking at this one, perhaps we're going backwards at the same time. And they open the worlds of manufacturers, retailers and magazines to new users, and we all need that. Matt and I have just returned from the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, where the integration of digital imaging into the electronics world is coming about seamlessly. Although there were cameras for us to see and test, photo launches were few and far between. Many of the major exhibitors, though, were demonstrating photo-related technology, whether it was 3D TV, a projector, a magic device for powering camera batteries, a digital storage, or a piece of software to alter or share pictures. The electronics industry takes photography far more seriously than we take electronics, and it uses photography to help sell its own native products. It all makes me wonder how long it will be before our customers are viewing their holiday snaps and photographic artworks on a TV in the living room instead of a computer screen in the spare room, and before they're showing their multimedia tablets at the club instead of the usual prints. When you nip into an electronics store to buy a TV, a PC, a projector or a hard drive, you can also buy a camera. But you can't buy both in most camera stores. It's important that we retain our specialist status and the expectation of first-class advice and service that goes with it. But now really is the time to see where we can go next and to expand what we offer to photography enthusiasts who want to buy photo-related products. CES was a good show, but it's not the PMA show. There are few photo launches so early in the year, and now, with the PMA show chased to every other autumn, we have no international platform for the camera announcements that traditionally are made in the early spring. This is a pretty sorry state of affairs, but one that will lend importance to Tokyo's CP Plus that will be taking place in 3 weeks' time, and to the March Focus on Imaging consumer-based show. Now, as much as I'd like to go, there are many barriers to making the Japanese trade show truly international in appeal. And if we couldn't get the world to travel to Anaheim last year, there's very little chance of it converging on an international version of Focus in Birmingham. The Photo Marketing Association should be an essential body for photo manufacturers, retailers, and journalists throughout the world. And I hope the leadership will soon demonstrate its understanding of that fact. Anyway, back to AP. After announcing the last 4 consecutive awards ceremonies that 2000 and whatever was a year of change, I've come to understand that every year is likely to be one that brings dramatic differences to that which preceded it. As you will all appreciate, not all change is for the good, and we've been dealt both good and bad luck in 2010. Our photo science correspondent, lens tester and great friend Geoffrey Crawley died at the end of October and left a very large hole in our lives and in our magazine. And Alan McFadden, our studio photographer, retired at Christmas after serving the company for a few days more than 48 years. Regulars will remember Alan as the madman who used to take the pictures at these awards, and who one year, for some unexplained reason, shouted "spinach" at the comedian. Angela Nicholson, our technical editor, left us to take a high-powered job with the ironically named Future Publishing, but was replaced with Matt Gallagher from What Digital Camera, who comes to AP as technical editor and deputy editor. We were also joined in the technical department by tester Tim Coleman, and we took on a new digital advertising salesperson in the form of Andy Minnis. Andy joins us from Nuts magazine, a horizontal career path if ever I saw one. You'll probably have seen these 3 already, but just in case, I'd like them to stand up if possible, so that we can all stare and make them feel a little uncomfortable for a few moments. Where are they? Hey. Thank you, gentlemen. You can slump back down now. I'm really delighted that 2010 Pixel Trade Show and Awards, AP was voted by this industry to be the best consumer magazine on the market. That's me on the right there. My thanks go to all those who voted for us. I was especially pleased with the award, as I had in fact quite forgotten to instruct the AP team to go to the Pixel site with their extended families and friends to vote for the magazine. I missed the show and awards night because I was on a 10-day safari in Kenya with our readers. The safari was brilliant, and Sigma UK's kind support gave our readers access to some excellent lenses. But given the choice between the Pixel Trade Show and the safari, I would have been hard-pressed to give an answer. On the subject of our awards, our continued membership of the European Imaging and Sound Association, ISA, is proving to be extremely beneficial. Although we were already well known in European head offices, we now have much more direct connection with them, and with the HQ engineers who help us with product information when new equipment is announced. Sharing our findings, concerns and solutions with editors of the best photo titles across the continent is the most interesting and refreshing experience. Congratulations go to the 16 products that the ISA photo panel recognised in 2010, and especially to Canon for the EOS 550D, which collected the European Camera of the Year. Now, thanks to our advertising department, our marketing team, our publisher and our editorial staff, Amateur Photographer was a very successful business in 2010, despite the pressures of the continuing global depression. One might expect magazines and cameras to be classed as non-essential goods and to suffer when money is tight. But it seems AP and interchangeable lens cameras are viewed as life-giving and therapeutic by those who buy them. Our sales have defied the dramatic crashes that some of our competitors have suffered, and we are very pleased with the results we have achieved over the last 12 months. along with What Digital Camera, digital photography techniques, What Digital SLR, Better Digital Photography, amateurphotography.co.uk, whatdigitalcamera.com, and now Trusted Reviews. IPC has a powerful technology portfolio under the guidance of our publisher, Alex Robb. Our online and digitally delivered offerings have proven extremely successful also in 2010. AP's website regularly has over 1 million page views per month and has grown its unique user base by 18% across the year. Combined with What Digital Camera and our School of Photographic Imaging, IPC's photo-only sites last month attracted 500,000 people who viewed more than 3.5 million pages. When the AP site gets its relaunch during the spring of this year, we expect figures to dramatically increase. Now, I know the importance of the internet to all of you here as a mine of information, a marketing tool, a display window, and a source of feedback on your products and services. Its reach is enormous, and its influence beyond measure. Lies become truth when tweeted and upheld in forums, and truths can be spread and injected into the consciousness of the public, as well as ignored. What I like most about the internet, though, and I'm sure the manufacturers in the room here will agree, is that you no longer have to keep a diary. Just go online to see what you're doing today, tomorrow, and even in a few months' time. Perpetual discussions, leaks, gossip, and pure fabrication can fill and extend anyone's launch diary. A rumour site dedicated to your brand, though, surely is the ultimate status symbol. And the absence of one, something to be deeply ashamed of. If I were you and there wasn't one dedicated to my company, I'd have to create my own.